Chosen one, Archangel Michael says a secret letter already exists with your name written on it. Do not skip this message. Do not scroll away. Stay until the very end, because heaven brought you here for a reason. Something hidden has been prepared behind the scenes concerning your future, and the moment this letter reaches your hands, everything around your life will begin to shift. My beloved child, listen carefully. This is not an ordinary message. This is a warning, a confirmation, and a divine announcement all at once. Archangel Michael is standing beside your path right now saying, if they leave too early, they may miss the very truth heaven is trying to reveal before the letter arrives. Stay with me, do not move, because what is written inside this secret letter has the power to completely redirect your destiny. Chosen one, there is a reason your spirit has felt restless lately, a reason you have been sensing change without fully understanding where it was coming from, a reason strange emotions have been surfacing unexpectedly during quiet moments at night. Heaven has been preparing your soul before the revelation connected to this letter enters your life physically. The spiritual realm already knows your season is changing. That is why pressure increased recently. That is why confusion tried to surround your thoughts. That is why emotional exhaustion attacked you so heavily these past weeks. Darkness sensed movement before you did. But Archangel Michael says the attacks failed because what God prepared for you cannot be erased by fear. Type Amen if you believe heaven is preparing something for you. Chosen one, this secret letter was not written recently. God says it has existed spiritually long before you ever saw signs of movement around your life. Your name was already connected to this message before many of your struggles even began, and now the time has finally come for hidden truth to be revealed. Do not scroll now, because this next part matters deeply. The letter contains information connected to your future assignment. It carries answers concerning delays you never understood. It explains why certain doors suddenly closed in your life. It reveals why some relationships collapsed unexpectedly. And most importantly, it confirms that heaven never abandoned you during the seasons where you felt forgotten. Everything was preparation. Everything was alignment. Everything was leading toward this moment. Archangel Michael says many chosen ones become discouraged because they judge their life only by what they can currently see. But heaven works beyond visible timing. While you were crying privately, God was arranging things publicly. While you were questioning your purpose, heaven was positioning people, conversations, and opportunities around your destiny. Nothing about your suffering was random. Nothing about your delays was meaningless. And the letter coming toward you carries proof of that truth. My beloved child, there is someone connected to this message who has been watching your journey quietly for longer than you realize. They noticed your endurance during difficult seasons. They saw your strength even when you doubted yourself. And heaven has been using this person as part of the process that now unfolds around your future. At first, the situation may not seem dramatic. The letter may arrive unexpectedly. The timing may even feel strange. But spiritually, this moment has been scheduled long ago. That is why your spirit feels so alert right now. Part of you already senses movement approaching your life. Archangel Michael is speaking urgently now saying, tell them not to ignore the signs appearing around them. Chosen one, pay attention to repeated dreams. Pay attention to unusual conversations. Pay attention to moments where your spirit suddenly becomes emotional without explanation. Pay attention to strange peace appearing in the middle of uncertainty. These are spiritual signals. Heaven is preparing your awareness before the revelation arrives fully. Type 1111 if you feel this message deeply in your spirit. My beloved child, there is also a warning connected to this secret letter. Not everyone around you should know about what heaven is preparing immediately. Some people near you secretly carry jealousy toward your future. They smile publicly, while privately hoping your breakthrough never arrives. They became comfortable watching you struggle. They expected your life to remain delayed permanently. But God says the letter carries the beginning of a reversal. And once this reversal starts, certain people will no longer recognize the version of you emerging from this season, because pain changed you, delay matured you, isolation strengthened your discernment. You are not the same person who first entered the battle. And heaven knows it. Chosen one, The enemy tried repeatedly to convince you that your waiting was pointless. Fear whispered that nothing would ever truly change. Disappointment told you to stop expecting good news. But Archangel Michael says your hope survived because God never stopped protecting your purpose. Even during silence, heaven was working. Even during rejection, heaven was redirecting. Even during heartbreak, heaven was preparing your spirit for something greater than you imagined. Do not skip now. Stay until the end, because the next part may explain why certain strange events started happening around your life recently. The secret letter is connected to a major spiritual transition. Once the message inside it reaches you, your perspective will begin changing rapidly. You will start understanding why some people had to leave your life. You will finally see why God blocked certain opportunities you once begged for emotionally. You will recognize that heaven was protecting you from paths too small for your assignment. Archangel Michael says there are angels surrounding your future right now because what is approaching carries unusual spiritual importance. That is why spiritual warfare intensified. The enemy feared what would happen if you discovered the truth connected to your destiny. Because truth activates confidence. Truth activates movement. Truth activates purpose. And once chosen ones fully recognize who they are spiritually, many chains over their life begin breaking permanently. My beloved child, there is healing attached to this letter as well. Something broken inside your spirit for years is about to receive clarity. You carried silent questions too long. You replayed painful memories repeatedly trying to understand why things unfolded the way they did. But God says the answers approaching you will bring peace where confusion once lived. Not every ending was punishment. Some endings were rescue. Some separations were protection. Some delays were preparation for timing greater than your own understanding. And very soon, the letter with your name written on it will begin revealing why heaven never allowed your story to end during your darkest season. And as this secret letter moves closer to your hands, chosen one, Archangel Michael says the spiritual atmosphere around your life will continue changing in ways impossible to ignore. You may notice old cycles suddenly breaking apart. Certain people may begin acting strangely around you without explanation. Situations that once felt stable may start shifting unexpectedly. Do not fear these changes. This is not chaos. This is alignment. Heaven is rearranging your environment before the truth inside the letter fully enters your life. Stay with me now. Do not scroll, because what Archangel Michael is about to reveal next explains why your spirit has felt under such heavy pressure recently. Chosen one, there are forces that never wanted you to discover what heaven wrote concerning your future. The enemy understood that if you ever fully recognized your spiritual assignment, many chains connected to your life would break permanently. That is why confusion attacked your mind repeatedly. That is why discouragement appeared during moments when you were closest to growth. That is why loneliness followed you through seasons where you needed support the most. Darkness was trying to exhaust your faith before revelation arrived. But God says your endurance frustrated the attacks sent against you, because despite everything, you kept moving. You kept praying. You kept searching for meaning even while carrying pain nobody understood, and heaven saw all of it. Type 777. If you believe God protected you through hidden battles, my beloved child, the letter with your name on it contains more than information. It contains confirmation. Confirmation that your suffering season was never permanent. Confirmation that your delays carried purpose. Confirmation that your life is connected to something far greater than the disappointment you experienced along the way. At first you may struggle emotionally when the truth begins unfolding, because clarity changes everything. Once your eyes fully open, you will never view your past the same way again. The betrayals will make sense. The closed doors will make sense. Even the painful separations will begin revealing hidden protection behind them. Archangel Michael says heaven was redirecting your path the entire time. You simply could not see the full picture yet. Chosen one, there is also someone connected to this letter who has been assigned to help unlock the next chapter of your destiny. This person carries knowledge, opportunity, or access connected directly to your future elevation. They may not appear powerful externally. Their arrival may even seem ordinary at first, but spiritually, they were chosen carefully long before your paths ever crossed. Do not underestimate quiet moments. Heaven often hides life-changing answers inside simple encounters. This is why your discernment matters deeply now. Pay attention to peace. Pay attention to spiritual confirmation. Pay attention to what your intuition keeps repeating quietly inside you, because God is guiding you more clearly now than ever before. Type Amen if you trust heaven's timing. Chosen one. The reason this letter has remained hidden for so long is because earlier versions of yourself were not spiritually ready to carry what it contains. If certain truths had reached you too early, fear would have overwhelmed you. If certain opportunities had appeared before your discernment matured, wrong people would have gained access to your destiny. Delay was protection. Read that again carefully. Delay was protection. Archangel Michael says many chosen ones mistakenly believe heaven forgot them during waiting seasons. But waiting seasons often become training seasons. Pain developed your wisdom. Isolation sharpened your discernment. Betrayal taught you the value of peace. And now your spirit is stronger than it has ever been before. You are no longer the same person who entered the battle years ago. And because of that transformation, the next chapter can finally begin safely. My beloved child, there is another warning connected to this season. Once the truth inside the letter begins unfolding, certain people may suddenly attempt to reconnect with you unexpectedly. Be careful during this period. Not every returning person is sent by God. Some individuals only seek access after they sense favor surrounding your life again. Archangel Michael says your peace must become sacred now. Protect it carefully. Not every conversation deserves your energy. Not every opinion deserves your emotional reaction. And not everyone deserves access to the healed version of you. Chosen one, heaven is also restoring your confidence during this season. Pain caused you to question your worth for too long. Delays made you wonder whether your life would ever truly move forward. But God says your identity was never connected to your suffering. You are still chosen. You are still protected. You are still carrying purpose greater than what tried to break you. And the letter coming toward your life will begin confirming this in undeniable ways. Do not scroll now. The next part is critical. Archangel Michael says there will soon be a moment where everything suddenly becomes clear. A conversation, a message, an encounter, a revelation that instantly connects the missing pieces of your journey together. When this happens, your spirit will recognize immediately that heaven was speaking to you all along through signs, delays, dreams, and unusual shifts around your life. Nothing was random, nothing was wasted, and nothing about your survival happened by accident. Chosen one, there are angels surrounding your future assignment right now because what is approaching your life carries unusual spiritual significance. The enemy fought your mind aggressively because once your perspective changes, your entire direction changes with it. Truth creates movement. Truth destroys fear. Truth awakens purpose. And heaven says your awakening season has already begun. You may feel emotional during the coming days. You may suddenly remember forgotten dreams. You may feel strange peace, replacing anxiety unexpectedly. You may even sense a growing distance from environments that once felt familiar. Do not resist this process. God is separating you from old cycles before your next chapter fully opens. Because the person you are becoming cannot remain trapped inside the environment where your spirit nearly disappeared. Chosen one, the secret letter with your name written on it is closer than you realize, and when it finally reaches your hands, you will understand why heaven never allowed your story to end during the hardest part of your life. And when that understanding finally reaches your spirit, chosen one, Archangel Michael says you will realize that heaven was never ignoring your prayers. The silence was never abandonment. The delay was never rejection. Every painful season carried hidden preparation inside it, even when your heart was too exhausted to recognize it at the time. Do not scroll now. Stay with me because this next revelation may completely change the way you see your entire journey. My beloved child, the secret letter with your name written on it was protected spiritually for a reason.
Darkness never wanted you to receive the truth connected to your destiny.
The enemy understood something about your future long before you did. They understood that once this revelation entered your life fully, your fear would begin breaking apart permanently. And fear has been one of the greatest chains used against your spirit. Fear kept you doubting yourself. Fear kept you emotionally attached to old cycles. Fear kept you shrinking your voice around people who never truly recognized your value. But Archangel Michael says, heaven is removing that chain now. Because chosen ones cannot fully walk into their assignment while living imprisoned by fear. Type 1111 if you believe God is breaking chains over your life. Chosen one, there were moments when you nearly gave up completely. Nights where your soul felt so tired that even praying became difficult. You questioned your worth privately while pretending strength publicly. You watched doors close repeatedly and wondered whether your future had somehow slipped away from you forever. But heaven says your destiny was never lost, only delayed for preparation. And preparation changes everything. Archangel Michael is speaking powerfully now, saying, tell them their suffering created wisdom the blessing will require. Read that carefully again. Your suffering created wisdom the blessing will require. Without those painful seasons, your discernment would not be strong enough now. Without betrayal, you would still trust people too quickly. Without delay, you would not recognize the value of divine timing. Without heartbreak, you would never understand how deeply peace matters. Nothing was wasted. Even your tears became preparation. Chosen one, there is also a spiritual transfer happening around your life during this season. God is shifting you from survival mode into alignment mode. For years you lived focused only on getting through another day emotionally. But heaven says your spirit is now awakening beyond simple survival. You are beginning to desire purpose more than comfort, peace more than approval, truth more than distraction. And this transformation is sacred. Protect it carefully, because not everyone around you will understand the new version of you emerging from this season. Some people became familiar with your brokenness. Some became comfortable with your silence. Some expected you to remain emotionally weak forever. But God says the restoration beginning inside you will shock those who underestimated what heaven placed within your spirit. Archangel Michael says your energy is already changing. People can feel it even when you say nothing. That is why some individuals have become distant unexpectedly. That is why strange tension appeared around certain relationships recently. Your spirit is outgrowing environments that no longer align with your assignment. Do not fear this separation. Elevation often begins with isolation before promotion becomes visible publicly. Type Amen if you are ready for your next chapter. Chosen one, the secret letter also contains revelation concerning your true value. For too long, pain distorted the way you saw yourself. You measured your worth through rejection. You judged your future through disappointment. You allowed delays to convince you that you were somehow forgotten or overlooked by God. But heaven says your value never decreased during your suffering. You were still chosen while struggling, still protected while crying, still marked for purpose while feeling lost. And the truth approaching your life now will begin restoring your confidence in ways you never expected. My beloved child, there is someone connected to this revelation who carries an important role in your future. This person may enter your life through what seems like an ordinary interaction, but spiritually they are connected to doors. Heaven is preparing to open around your destiny. Their presence will trigger movement. Their words will awaken clarity. Their arrival will begin connecting pieces of your journey that previously made no sense emotionally. Do not dismiss small beginnings. Some of heaven's greatest miracles arrive quietly before they transform everything loudly. Archangel Michael says many chosen ones fail to recognize divine moments because they expect dramatic signs while ignoring peaceful confirmation. But peace is one of heaven's strongest languages. Pay attention to what calms your spirit. Pay attention to what strengthens your discernment. Pay attention to what consistently pulls you toward growth instead of confusion, because confusion is not your final destination anymore. Clarity is rising. Chosen one, there are also hidden enemies connected to your past season who never expected your recovery. They watched your struggles and quietly assumed your spirit would eventually collapse under pressure. Some people secretly celebrated your delays because your brokenness made them feel more secure about themselves. But God says your restoration is becoming impossible to hide now. The same people who overlooked your value may soon witness favor surrounding your life in ways they cannot explain. Not because you became better than them, but because heaven has decided your waiting season is ending. Type 777 if you believe your breakthrough is near. My beloved child, there is another reason this secret letter remained hidden until now. Your spirit needed healing before revelation could safely enter your life. Earlier versions of yourself would have carried insecurity into the blessing. Earlier versions of yourself would have doubted the opportunity. Earlier versions of yourself would have sabotaged the very thing heaven was trying to place inside your hands. But look how much you have grown. Look how much stronger your discernment became. Look how much wisdom emerged through pain. You are no longer spiritually asleep. And because of that awakening, the next chapter can finally unfold correctly. Archangel Michael says there will soon be a powerful moment where hidden truth surfaces unexpectedly around your life. A conversation may expose deception. A sudden realization may confirm what your intuition warned you about long ago. Someone's true intentions may become visible in ways impossible to ignore anymore. When this happens, do not resist the clarity. Heaven is removing illusions before elevation. Because you cannot carry deception into your next season safely. Chosen one, your peace matters too much now. Protect it carefully. Do not chase people who repeatedly create confusion around your spirit. Do not force connections. Heaven keeps weakening naturally. And do not reopen doors God closed simply because loneliness temporarily makes the past look comfortable again. Comfort is not always alignment. Read that again. Comfort is not always alignment. Some environments feel familiar simply because you survived there emotionally for too long. But survival is not the same thing as purpose. And heaven is calling you higher now, my beloved child. There are angels surrounding your future assignment because the revelation inside this letter affects more than just your personal life. It connects to the lives you will impact later. It connects to opportunities that will shift your direction. It connects to healing that will free parts of your spirit you thought were permanently broken. This is why spiritual warfare intensified around your mind recently. Darkness attacks hardest near revelation. The enemy wanted your focus shattered before the truth arrived. The enemy wanted exhaustion to silence your hope before the blessing reached your hands. But heaven kept sustaining you quietly through every difficult moment. Archangel Michael says your survival frustrated forces working against your destiny. Because despite every attack, you are still here, still listening, still seeking God, still carrying purpose. And heaven honors endurance. Type 444. If God carried you through impossible seasons, chosen one. There is also financial restoration connected to the secret letter. Some of you listening have suffered silently under financial pressure for far too long. You worried privately while pretending stability publicly. You carried anxiety concerning bills, opportunities, and future security, while trying not to let others see your fear. But God says provision is moving toward your life now. Not through panic, not through desperation, but through alignment. The revelation approaching your hands will begin opening doors you could not previously see because your perspective was limited by exhaustion and fear. Once your spirit fully receives this truth, movement begins. New opportunities, new connections, new favor, new clarity. And with this movement comes acceleration. Things delayed for years may suddenly shift within weeks. Conversations may begin opening unexpected paths. Doors that remained closed may suddenly respond differently around your life, because heaven is repositioning your destiny now. My beloved child, do not become afraid when life begins changing quickly after this revelation arrives. Many chosen ones pray for transformation but panic once transformation actually begins unfolding. Why? Because growth stretches every area of life connected to the old version of yourself. You may outgrow certain relationships. You may lose interest in distractions that once consumed your energy. You may suddenly crave silence, healing, and purpose more than noise and approval. Do not fear this process. This is spiritual maturity. Archangel Michael says, heaven is refining your spirit before greater responsibility enters your life. And responsibility requires wisdom. That wisdom was built through every painful season you survived. Chosen one, there is another warning. Heaven needs you to hear clearly before the letter fully reaches you. Stop doubting your intuition. For too long you ignored spiritual warning signs because you wanted peace with people who secretly drained your energy. You explained away discomfort repeatedly. You silenced your discernment to avoid conflict. But your spirit recognized danger long before your mind accepted it emotionally. That uneasy feeling was not random. That heaviness was not imagination. Your soul was trying to protect you, and now your discernment is becoming stronger than ever before. Trust it, because heaven speaks quietly before consequences become loud. Type Amen if you are learning to trust your spirit again. Chosen one, the secret letter with your name written on it marks the beginning of a completely different season around your life. Once the revelation unfolds fully, your perspective, relationships, decisions, and future direction will begin shifting rapidly. You will no longer tolerate environments that damage your peace. You will no longer settle for temporary comfort while ignoring your deeper assignment. Your standards will change. Your focus will change. Even the way you see yourself will begin changing. And this transformation cannot be reversed once it begins fully. My beloved child, there will soon come a moment where everything suddenly connects emotionally inside you. The delays, the heartbreaks, the unanswered prayers, the strange seasons of isolation. You will finally understand that heaven was never punishing you. Heaven was preparing you, preparing your heart, preparing your discernment, preparing your spirit for what comes next. And when the truth inside the letter fully reaches your soul, you will realize your life was never falling apart. It was quietly being redirected toward destiny the entire time. And now, chosen one, Archangel Michael says you are standing at the edge of a spiritual crossing point that will divide your life into two completely different chapters: the chapter before the revelation and the chapter after.
Heaven finally uncovers what was hidden concerning your destiny.
Do not scroll now. Stay with me until the very end, because this final message carries the confirmation your spirit has been searching for during every painful season you survived. My beloved child, the reason this secret letter carries such spiritual weight is because it contains more than answers. It contains activation. Once the truth fully reaches your spirit, something dormant inside you will awaken permanently. The fear that controlled you for years will begin losing power. The confusion surrounding your future will begin breaking apart, and the chains connected to old versions of yourself will start falling away one by one. Archangel Michael is speaking urgently now, saying, "Tell them this is the season where hidden identity becomes visible." Chosen one, for too long you lived beneath the level heaven originally designed for your spirit, not because you lacked purpose, but because pain clouded your vision. Betrayal taught you to shrink yourself emotionally. Rejection made you doubt your value. Delays convinced you to expect less from life than what God actually planned for you. But heaven says the smaller version of you cannot continue into the next season. That version survived. Now a stronger version must rise. Type 1111 if you feel God transforming your spirit. My beloved child, there were moments where darkness truly believed it had defeated you. The attacks against your mind became so intense because the enemy feared who you would become once revelation finally entered your life. They feared the confidence that would awaken. They feared the clarity that would emerge. They feared the authority you would carry once you fully recognized your assignment. That is why confusion surrounded your thoughts repeatedly. That is why discouragement appeared whenever breakthrough felt close. That is why certain people entered your life specifically to drain your energy and distract your focus. But Archangel Michael says heaven never stopped guarding your future, even during your lowest moments. Angels stood watch while you cried privately. Protection surrounded you during battles nobody else saw. And many attacks meant to destroy your destiny were blocked before they could ever fully reach you. Chosen one, your survival was never accidental. Read that again carefully. Your survival was never accidental. There is a reason you are still here listening to this message today. There is a reason your spirit kept searching for meaning even while carrying exhaustion.
There is a reason something inside you refused to completely surrender during your darkest nights.
Purpose kept you alive, and now purpose is beginning to awaken fully. My beloved child, the secret letter also contains restoration connected to areas of your life you believed were permanently damaged. Some of you listening lost confidence years ago and never fully recovered emotionally afterward. Some lost trust after betrayal. Some lost peace after heartbreak. Some lost hope after repeated disappointment. But God says restoration is not coming in small portions anymore. Heaven is restoring your identity, restoring your confidence, restoring your vision, restoring your ability to believe again. And once this process fully unfolds, you will no longer recognize the emotionally exhausted version of yourself that entered the battle years ago. Archangel Michael says many chosen ones mistakenly think transformation happens suddenly, but heaven often transforms people quietly before visible breakthrough appears publicly. That is exactly what has been happening around your life recently. Your mindset has been changing, your standards have been changing, your discernment has been sharpening, even your tolerance for negativity has been decreasing. These are not random emotional shifts. This is spiritual awakening. Type Amen if you feel yourself changing internally. Chosen one, there is another truth hidden inside this letter that heaven needs you to understand. The delays in your life were never proof that you were forgotten. In many cases, delay protected you from entering environments before your spirit was ready to handle them safely. If some opportunities had arrived earlier, insecurity would have sabotaged them. If some blessings had appeared sooner, wrong people would have attached themselves to your destiny. If certain doors opened before your discernment matured, you would have trusted individuals who secretly carried jealousy toward your future. Delay protected your purpose, and now heaven says your spirit is finally prepared for movement. My beloved child, there are people around you right now who can sense your energy shifting upward, even before you fully recognize it yourself. Some are inspired by your growth. Others are disturbed by it quietly because your transformation reminds them of areas where they refuse to grow themselves. Do not become distracted by reactions during this season. Not everyone is meant to understand your journey. Some people only knew the broken version of you. But God is revealing a stronger version now, a wiser version, a more spiritually awakened version. And this transformation will naturally create distance between you and environments connected to your old identity. Do not fear that distance. Archangel Michael says separation is often heaven's way of protecting elevation. Chosen one, there is also a spiritual cleansing happening around your life now. Certain emotional attachments are weakening. Certain draining connections are fading naturally. Even some desires you once chased desperately no longer feel important to your spirit. This is not loss. This is alignment. Heaven is removing what cannot follow you into your next chapter. And yes, that process may feel lonely temporarily, but loneliness during transformation is often safer than remaining surrounded by people committed to misunderstanding your growth. My beloved child, there is something else heaven needs you to hear very clearly before this message ends. Stop apologizing for becoming stronger. Stop shrinking your voice so insecure people remain comfortable around you. Stop doubting the wisdom pain created inside your spirit. You survived seasons that should have destroyed your confidence completely, yet somehow you were still standing, still believing, still listening. That resilience carries spiritual power, and heaven is about to use that strength in ways you cannot fully imagine yet. Type 777. If you believe your breakthrough season has begun. Chosen one, once the secret letter reaches your hands fully, many things around your life will begin accelerating quickly. Conversations that once led nowhere may suddenly create opportunity. Doors that remained closed for years may open unexpectedly. Certain people may appear suddenly carrying connections, ideas, or information tied directly to your future assignment. Do not ignore these moments. Heaven often speaks through ordinary encounters carrying extraordinary purpose. Archangel Michael says your discernment must remain sharp now more than ever before. Not every opportunity belongs to you simply because it appears attractive. Not every returning person deserves renewed access to your spirit. And not every open door carries divine alignment. Pay attention to peace. Peace is one of heaven's strongest confirmations. Confusion drains. Manipulation pressures. Fear rushes. But divine alignment strengthens your spirit even while stretching you beyond comfort. Chosen one, there are angels surrounding your home and future right now because your awakening affects more than just your personal life. The revelation connected to this letter will eventually position you to help others still trapped inside seasons you already survived. The wisdom developed through your suffering was never meant only for you. Your pain created compassion. Your delays created discernment. Your battles created spiritual depth. Nothing was wasted, not even the seasons where you thought heaven felt silent. My beloved child, there will soon come a moment where hidden truth surfaces so clearly that you can no longer deny what your spirit has been sensing all along. Someone's intentions may become obvious suddenly. A path may open unexpectedly. A long-standing question may finally receive an answer that changes everything emotionally. When this happens, trust the clarity. Do not run backward toward old cycles simply because transformation feels unfamiliar. The old version of your life cannot contain the person heaven is preparing you to become. Read that carefully again. The old version of your life cannot contain the person heaven is preparing you to become. Archangel Michael says your next chapter carries unusual favor, but favor also requires responsibility. You must protect your energy differently now. Stop allowing constant negativity to occupy your spirit. Stop reopening emotional wounds. Heaven is trying to heal. Stop giving unlimited access to people who repeatedly drain your peace. Your peace is sacred now. Protect it, because clarity grows strongest inside peaceful environments. Chosen one, there were nights when you begged God for signs because exhaustion made your future feel invisible. But heaven says the sign was your survival itself. The fact that your spirit refused to die during seasons designed to break you was already proof that purpose remained active over your life. And now the proof is becoming visible externally. The secret letter with your name written on it is not simply announcing change. It is announcing transition. Transition into a season where your spirit no longer lives trapped beneath fear. Transition into clarity. Transition into healing. Transition into divine alignment. My beloved child, the people who once overlooked your value may soon become confused by the favor surrounding your life. Doors they expected to remain closed may suddenly open for you. Opportunities they assumed would never appear may begin unfolding rapidly around your path. Do not become prideful during this season. Remain grounded, remain grateful, remain spiritually aware, because heaven is not elevating you to become arrogant. Heaven is elevating you because your assignment requires growth. Archangel Michael says there is one final thing you must understand before this sacred message ends. The revelation inside this letter will not only change your circumstances, it will change you. Your thinking will change. Your confidence will change. Your relationships will change. Even your prayers will change because your spirit will finally begin understanding how deeply heaven was protecting your destiny all along. You will realize the delays were not punishment. The closed doors were not rejection. And the loneliness was not abandonment. Everything was positioning. Everything was preparation. Everything was leading toward this exact moment. Chosen one, very soon there will be a moment where your spirit suddenly becomes still. A calm unlike anything you have felt in a long time will settle over your heart, and inside that silence you will know. You will know the season has changed. You will know heaven was speaking to you all along. You will know the letter with your name written on it was always meant to find you at the exact right time. And when that moment arrives, nothing about your life will ever remain the same again.